Listen closely. That wasn't a prediction. That was an obituary. The old order is not coming back. We should not grieve it. When the man who controlled the money supply of 2 G7 nations tells you not to grieve for your way of life, he isn't offering advice. He is demanding your surrender. Is this a forecast or a confession? To understand the threat, you have to understand the messenger. Who is Mark Carney? The media calls him a technocrat, a central banker. But those are just masks. Mark Carney is an architect, 13 years at Goldman Sachs, governor of the Bank of Canada, governor of the Bank of England, and now, a trustee of the World Economic Forum. He is the bridge between the printing press and the policy. He is the man they bring in when they need to sell radical change as economic necessity. He doesn't run for office. He doesn't ask for your vote. He sits in back rooms in Basel and Davos deciding the value of your currency, the value of your labor, and now, the value of your history. Let's go back to those 4 words. We should not grieve. Why grieve? You grieve a death. You grieve a tragedy. You grieve something you loved. By using that word, Carney is admitting 2 things. First, the old world, the world of privacy, of cash, of sovereign nations, of the middle class, is dead. Second, he thinks its death is a moral good. He isn't talking about inflation or interest rates. He is talking about a civilization. In his book Values, Carney argues we must move from a market economy to a market society. It sounds nice. But who defines the values of that society? He does. The central banks do. When he says do not grieve, he is telling you to detach yourself from the past. Forget the idea that you can own property without conditions. Forget the idea that your transaction history is private. To grieve is to hold on. Carney wants you to let go. This isn't an isolated incident. This is the engine room of the Great Reset. Klaus Schwab provides the ideology, you will own nothing and be happy. Mark Carney provides the mechanism, the money. Carney has explicitly warned that companies, and by extension, individuals, who ignore the new net zero financial order will go bankrupt. He calls it stranding assets. Translate that into plain English. It means if you don't comply with the new definition of value, your assets are worthless. The new order he speaks of is a system where access to the economy is a privilege, not a right. A privilege granted by your compliance score. They destroyed the old order with debt. They buried it with regulation. And now, they are building the new one on a foundation of total surveillance. And the scariest part, Carney tells us the transition is inevitable. Like the weather. Like gravity. We should not grieve. It's a command. A command to accept the new reality without a fight. But grief is proof that we lost something that mattered. Grief is proof that we remember. They want you to forget the freedom you used to have, because if you forget it, you won't fight to get it back. The architect has spoken. The blueprints are drawn. The question is, are you going to help them build it?